Hey there, this is Doug Harrington from Harrington Creative. I just wanted to show you guys quickly how I made the monster, the web monster, the misunderstood one. So basically it's just going to be a quick little tutorial on how to make the basic shape and some of the shading and the tools I use to make this happen. It's really straightforward, really fun sort of thing to make. I love doing this sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did this. And so bear with me here, and I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can, as this is my first web ScreenFlow capture to show you how I made this. So first thing we want to do is I want to just start off with a basic shape. So I'm going to make this shape from a circle. So what I got to do is I'm just going to put some guides on here so I can kind of get it pretty close to where I was before. And I'm just going to do a circle. So circle tool, scale down, there you go, there's the body. Now I'm just going to eyedropper the color so I can see what I'm doing. Now with the white direct selection arrow tool, the one right beside the black one, is I'm just going to basically highlight the middle nodes on the circle and just kind of move them down to where the blob's going to be a bit blobbier. There we go. So basic shape created. Now what I want to do is I'm going to start creating all the elements within the face, but I want them to be center at all times, and it also will come into play where I want to mirror one thing I've done on the other, so I want to make sure I'm dead center while I'm building. So grab your little ruler tool and drop it in the middle. First thing I'm going to do is again select the circle tool and make a eyeball, dead center, roughly about there. Move it down so it's pretty close. I'm just going to give it a white color and fill it from the one I already have. So there we go, eyes looking pretty good. Now I want to put a pupil in there, so I'm going to take this guy, command copy, command paste in front, which is command F, and scale down the pupil and give it a black color. Boom, there you go. Next thing is I'm going to put the highlight on the eye right around in here. Now you're going to see this sort of technique used for shading quite often, so try to remember these keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to copy the eye, so command C, and then command F, paste it in front. Now I'm just going to move it up to where I'd like the highlight to, the inner part of the highlight to be, which looks like that. Now select the back one again and command copy, command paste in front, command F. Select both and then minus the front. Boom, you have a nice little highlight or a shadow on the eye. There you go. Now you can put a different color in there, but that's always up to you. I kind of just like the black eye. So now I'm going to create the shape, the eyelids to give the monster sort of a I'm so sad and upset, nobody understands me look. So here we go. So basically I'm just going to take a rectangle tool, draw a rectangle, and I'm going to just make it a little more rectangular and rotate it until I kind of got the angle of the eyelid I want. I think that looks pretty good about there, maybe a bit less. Now I'm going to take this and obviously give it the skin color, and then I'm going to mirror it on that guide I put in there at the beginning. So just take you here and mirror it, holding shift, and it will go in certain increments. I think 45-degree increments. So there you go, I got that. I'm just going to merge those together, make them one shape. There you go. And I'm just going to move it up a little bit right there. So the next thing I want to do is I want to create the little shadows that I've done right here, and that's just basically a pen path. Now because I've got this box going beyond, I can easily just kind of draw a path in behind anywhere I want, and then just kind of get another pen path there, go up there, connect, join the paths. You can always, my other one's a lot tidier than this, but for sake of showing you how to do it quickly, I'm just going to do it quickly. And then you start sending to backward, sending to back. There we go. Send to back. There's the first eyelid shadow. So now that I got that one done, I'm just going to mirror it. So selecting the mirror tool, go to the center center rule, and holding shift, hit flip, and boom, there you go. Now, I'm going to create the highlight on the eyelid. I want to create a little tiny, I'm going to use a pen path for this. One line there, holding shift, or not, sorry, just click as close as you can there. And I'm just going to connect right back to this one, but clicking and holding, I'm going to extend that up. And it kind of gives me a nice little path and give it a highlight. There you go. So the next thing I want to do is make a basic ear. The ears are so simple. It's just kind of creating an inner shadow look. Make one circle, like so. And then again, copy, paste in front, move down, select both, minus front in Pathfinder, and rotate to where I want the ear to be. I want the ear to be right there. And there you go. There's that. And again, I'm going to do the mirror. Take this, reflect, select center. There's the other ear. Same thing applies for the nose. As you can see, I've done the nose there. Again, I'm just going to do this one all again from scratch because it really takes no time to do. There. I want a bigger nose hole. So let's just do that. And then minus front. Take that guy, move it over. It's not centered, so I'm going to group these two. And because I got my center marks, just nudge it until it's right there. Perfect. So, I think I'm going to do the shading now. I'll show you how to do the shading on the body. So take this one again, same procedure as before. Copy, paste in front, move to where you want the shadow to go to. Take that back one, copy, paste in front. Now select the top one and minus from front. Now you're left with the shape kind of down here. And select your shadow color, and there you go. So you got a nice big kind of very vectory shadow going on. I'm going to do the exact same thing at the top, but I kind of want the top one to be inner. So let's take this shape and I'm going to copy it. Sorry, actually I'm going to try this a little different than I did before because I just realized I can do this. Offset path, and I'm going to preview it, but I want to go minus roughly to where I want to go. Let's go to there, 0.125, and go OK. So now I got this guy. Got the inner path. Now I'm going to copy that one, paste in front, and move down. There it is there. So you can kind of see the two paths there, but not really. So I'm going to just change the fills so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oops, hold on here. And to show the other shape, let's just make it black. So you can kind of see I'm not really liking that, so I'm going to move that shape to there and then scale down roughly to there. Get that one. I just want the top corner. That looks pretty good. Select those two, minus from front, and I just want to do a white highlight, but I want that white highlight to be like a screen. So screen at 40% looks pretty good, and I got this little thing poking through there, so I can just adjust that. There we go. No problem. It's too dark. It's still too much of a highlight, so I'm going to go down to 25. There we go. There we go. So there's the highlights. And the spots are pretty straightforward. Some circles, kind of making a bit of an ellipse, oval, sorry, and just kind of move them into place wherever you want. And I just kind of do them all in one go. Size, size, size down really small, and just randomize them as much as you want. Select all, make them whatever color you want, we'll just stick to that, and there we go. Now, one thing I just realized I forgot to show you is the little shadow on the eyeball from the eyelid. Again, really easy. Select that eyeball, copy, paste in front, move it down to where you want the shadow to go to, take that one again, copy, paste in front, select the 2, minus, and give it this shadow. And it's probably use a multiply if you wanted to take that color on. Just use a multiply, and then just move it forward a couple, and then you got it multiplying over that sort of shadow. There you go. So let's do the mouth. Mouth is pretty straightforward. It is literally a radiused or a rounded rectangle, or the rounded rectangle tool, and you're just gonna start right in the middle where you want to go, and by holding Alt on a Mac, you just basically drag outwards. That looks pretty good. And give it a gradient fill, radiant, and there you go. I just eyedroppered the one I had. So now what I want to do is I want to take this and I'm going to give it a sort of a sort of look and apply an arc. Pretty straightforward. I got 25% on that. Go OK. There you go. So there's my upset mouth. Okay, that looks pretty good. So teeth. Teeth are pretty straightforward. These are just a rectangle tool, and I'm just going to rotate it 45, make it white, and I'm going to pick it in the corner here. Now what you can do, if you want to space them out evenly, you know, have each tooth the same, you can just take the width of it. So down, which you can't see, I'll move it over here. So on my transform palette, it's 0.7268. I'm just going to copy that. And this is what I do a lot of, is if I want to move something in the same amount as its shape, just take the measurement, Command K to get into your preferences, and you're going to paste in this value. So the 0.7268, and go OK. Now, holding Alt, I'm going to hold down Alt and use the right arrow tool to move it over. Boom, 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 boom. Now, they don't fit perfectly, so I'm just going to size it down just a little bit to get it in there. There we go. I'm going to group them, and I'm going to move them to their center point. There we go. So now I got the teeth. They don't really fit right, and they got some big gaps in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warp it and on the same percentage as the one I just did. Arc, okay, and there we go. So now they're going to follow the shape of the mouth, which is kind of what I want. Always change my nudge back to what I like, and there you go. So the teeth are roughly in position now. So what you're going to do is take this mouth shape. Because it's an effect with a warp, I've got to expand it. So I'm going to expand appearance. Done. I'm going to copy this one to the front. Copy, paste in front. Select the teeth. Let's try that again. Copy, paste in front. There we go. Just had to appear in front of it. And then just mask it. Command 7. There's your mouth. Looking pretty awesome. Now, the teeth are different from the one I did there, but you can do them however you want. Just wanted to change it up this time. So now, the little chin, easy to do. I'm going to take 2 circles, ellipses, and I'm just going to kind of follow that shape of the chin to about there. Then I'm going to take another one, and again I'm holding Alt to do it from the center point. And it looks about right, and minus from front. There you go. And give it that shaded color. So basically now I have the body done. I'll go into more detail on the tail after, but because it's a little more intricate and getting one part in front of the other, still not that complicated, but I can show you how I've done that. So stick around and wait for the next video to be uploaded. Thanks.